Hello Virgo, my name's Jason. This is your general tarot reading for April 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, questions at the forefront of your mind. You'll know in the first couple of minutes if this is resonating for you. If it is or if it isn't, please go ahead and check out my readings for your moon and rising signs. I'm pretty sure they'll fill in the gaps for you and may resonate much more strongly, as I find that the moon and rising signs particularly they resonate more strongly than the sun signs so often. For now, Virgo, you go into the month with the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is a card of getting ready to decide what's next. You're in a position of abundance. If you have a look at this character, he has the world in his hands, he's well dressed, he's in a strong position overlooking the city, he seems fairly stable, and is looking out over the horizon or over his world, if you like, and he's thinking, what can I do now? So perhaps you're in a position where you're trying to find a new project or a new direction which is going to feed your passions and your practical life. So perhaps you're just about ready to start some kind of a job or some kind of a project. If you have a look at the bottom left-hand corner of the card there, you'll see the rose and the lily crossed. This is saying, well, the roses represent passion and the lily represents like more the practical side of things. And so you're looking for something you're passionate about, which you can bring into your existence. So perhaps you're starting something creative. You've just discovered something about your talents somehow, and you want to develop those further. And you're thinking, well, how can I do this? I know I've got this somehow. What can I do with it? Okay, so what a great way to start. Okay, so it looks like you're just about ready to take some kind of a decision to begin an artistic project or a business or a new life direction, perhaps. But you're doing it because you're in a good position. You're not doing it running away from something. What's crossing you? Okay. You have the Ace of Cups. So really the Ace of Cups is a beautiful card just about anywhere. Just be careful that you don't get carried away too much with your emotions, but generally this is a card saying whatever you're doing here, whatever you're planning, this is going to be very fulfilling for you. You stick at it, emotionally fulfilling. So a great energy, Virgo, really. So new starts all round. Two of Wands is just about to make a decision on something I'm feeling, and it's something that you are going to love. And I'm feeling that when you do start this, it's going to lead to another opportunity very quickly. You might start something, and then as soon as you get on that road, you'll see another avenue you can take, or you'll have another great idea, or you'll be like selectively exposed to a new way of doing this business or this creation or whatever it is, and it's going to really open some things up for you. Okay, your conscious goal. Your conscious goal, you have the Five of Wands. So I'm thinking the Five of Wands is a card of petty conflict most of the time. These people, they're not really communicating, okay? What they're doing seems based on ego, or there's some communication issues which need to be sorted out. Now, it's also a card of just going in for the challenge itself. So I'm seeing that you want to challenge, whether it's a group of people or something to do with building. See these people, I'm just reminded of like a building project with all these sticks that they're trying to put up here. Perhaps that's what you're looking at next. You might be about to start some new building. Have you bought a property and you're building a house, or are you doing some extensions to your home? Or perhaps if you're some kind of in that construction business, perhaps there's a new way of doing some kind of building or a new contract that you've got which has got to do with that. But I'm really feeling that this is something you really want to do. It's not just the main day-to-day thing. This is like an exciting new project, a new design, or something like that. Okay, in your your unknown influence, you have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands talks about communications coming in. There'll be some kind of communications coming into you, and there'll be lots of backwards and forwards about this. So I'm thinking if this is like a building project or some kind of plans, you may be working with one person or several people, and there'll be lots of backwards and forwards between you as you investigate and see if this is really worth following up, if it's got a basis, a sound basis somehow. So you've got this great idea and you're just doing your research, contacting different people, sort of picking their brains, find out what they know, maybe looking at how it's worked before, what other people have done, and what's worked and what hasn't. That's what I'm feeling there. But you're doing this and you are really enthusiastic about it. It's like a new string to your bow, a new angle that you're taking on something. Okay, in your recent past, okay, or the past influence, you have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups talks about having lots of different choices. Okay, so you've got yourself into a position where you've done a lot of work and this is a luxury you have. Quite often it's a card of confusion, but I'm thinking this is a good confusion to have, because each one of these cups is representing really an opportunity, and you may have had a lot of ideas, but you couldn't sort of implement all of them, and so you've decided somehow that you've narrowed it down and you're just about to make a decision on what you want to do after you've sorted out the research, okay, the analysis side of things. And Virgo, yes, I'm pretty sure you won't be going into anything too deeply without making sure it's a goer. And it's looking like quite a major thing. So if this is for you, Virgo, it looks like you're embarking on something quite major. Okay, in your talents, what talents are you bringing to this situation or to the month of April? You have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles talks about having done the work. You've done the work and now you're waiting for the payoff. Okay, now this could be related to this project. It could be about someone perhaps owing you some money, or you've just done some big plans and you're waiting for them to get the ball rolling, to really see the results of what you're doing. So you've planned something and now it's like, now if you look at this character, he's going, right, yeah, I've done all this work and I've swept up all this and constructed it, and the fruit's just right now. How am I going to go about harvesting this? How am I going to go about getting the payoff? I'm just looking at that one pentacle on the bottom between his feet though. Perhaps there's just something else which needs to slide into place. So there's just one more thing that this person needs to work on to make this project really take off. And perhaps he's finding the right place on that pile, where to put that pentacle. It's like a puzzle. And maybe that's what all that communication's about, trying to make this work. Again, it's like a new design or something, and you know it'll work. It's just a matter of finding the right technical specifications or something like that. You'll know what this is if this is for you, Virgo. Okay, in your environment, how you see the environment, how your environment sees you and your place in it. You're moving on. You have a strong sense of self-value now, and you're off to the next big thing. So this is a card of victory. This is the Six of Swords. It's a card of victory. It's a card of moving towards your next goal. It may be moving away from something also. So perhaps you got a bit bored with a certain situation before and you're looking for a new life direction. And it looks like you're just about finding it now. The things are ready for you to just pass the baton somehow. So maybe you'll just be taking a break from the full-time thing, and you've got some good people around you who can sort of take over your business, or who you can delegate responsibilities to somehow. So you can go off on the water, perhaps paddling somewhere to your next big adventure, which may be something completely different to what you've done before, but you've definitely worked towards this. That's what I'm getting there. Okay. In your hopes and fears, you have the Star card. So you are feeling quite optimistic, very optimistic about things. Okay. You are feeling so good that you have plenty of emotion to give back. You'll see how this character here, she's done a lot of work on herself. Something perhaps has ended and she's filled herself back up. She's filled up her cups and now she's feeling so good that she can give back. And I'm feeling, Virgo, that you're radiating this sense of optimism, this sense of hope, which this card brings, the Star card. And you're pouring back into your environment. So people who are connecting with you right now, they are really picking up on what a vibrant and perhaps spiritual person you are. Even if you don't really feel that spiritual, people are picking that up from you and you are having a huge impact on them, I'm feeling. I'm just feeling that, okay? And they might want to try to impress you, to show you that they want to be like you, okay, somehow. Yeah, they want, not exactly like you, but they want some of that good juice that you have within you. They want some of that. Okay, in your outcome position, you have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is a straight talker. So you may have to say it like it is to someone. So if you are cutting ties with the past, you're just about ready to say, this is it. I'm going to communicate quite clearly my intentions. Now, if it's not about cutting ties with the past, it's about telling someone straightforward how it's going to be from now on. Okay, and I'm feeling you've got this message that you need to give people. It's not a harsh message, but it needs to be very straightforward, I'm seeing. And you're probably toying with the idea now, how am I going to communicate this new change to the people around me, the people who need to know? Okay, that's what I'm getting from that. So we'll have a look and we'll clarify some of these. It's looking like a really hopeful, optimistic reading, Virgo. It looks like you've really done a lot of work. There's a new direction you want to take. You might have been getting a bit bored with the way things were. You're in a good, abundant position now to try new things and see what else is out there for you almost. And so I'm thinking that you're wondering whether you should go into a large project again to try something, and you're just researching that to see if it's worth your while somehow. Okay, so a new life direction, or start a new angle to your business, or it might be about just cutting right back on your workload and concentrating on your passion projects. That's what I'm feeling. Let's have a look here. Okay, so the Two of Wands, I'm not really being drawn to clarify the Two of Wands or the Ace of Cups. I think they're fairly self-explanatory there. You are looking for something which is going to ignite your passions, okay, or something that your passions and your practical life can merge somehow. So perhaps you're becoming more creative and artistic, perhaps in the way you do your work. And there are lots of different professions where you can be creative, but it might require you to go just a little bit outside the box, and perhaps you've been investigating, talking to a lot of people, emailing a lot of people about what limits you can push, or what you can get away with, or what are the exact rules here, that kind of thing. All right, we'll have a look. Why is the Five of Wands here? Your conscious goal seems to be some kind of building, or we'll have a look. Okay, so why is the Five of Wands here in the conscious goal for Virgo? If this is resonating for you, Virgo, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And you have the Two of Swords. Okay, look, the Two of Swords is about needing to make a decision, perhaps a decision you don't necessarily want to make because you don't have all the information you need. See this character here, she's blindfolded, so she's got this, when she's got her arms crossed across her chest, so she needs to protect herself a little bit somehow, but there's still information she needs. That's why she has a blindfold on. And the moon in the background there also talks about the unknown. Okay, so it's looking like something new, something that's never been tried before. You don't know how it'll turn out, whatever this project is, okay? And there's more information that you'll be needing for that. Now, we won't look at the past. It looks like the past with the Seven of Cups, you had plenty of choices and you've narrowed it down somehow. Now, the Eight of Wands in your unknown influence, I'm really feeling that you'll be communicating. Who will you be communicating with? Or why is the Eight of Wands here? Why is the Eight of Wands here in the unknown influence position? So there's some kind of communications which you'll be heading backwards and forwards with. Why is the Eight of Wands here? And you have the Ace of Cups again. So this is all about your new beginning, your new start. Could be might be something a little bit separate from this. I'm picking up that you might be meeting someone, or it's a new opportunity which you're following up. But this is more than just work. This is you've got two Ace of Cups here now in the reading. This is about really following something that you really want this, okay? And not because it's going to give you financial security so much as it's just you're in a space now where you are looking for more fulfillment in your life, okay? Something that's going to really satisfy your real inner drive for something. Let's have a look. Seven of Pentacles, you've done this work, you're waiting for something. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here in the talents which Virgo brings to the situation? Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here for Virgo? We have the Nine of Rods. Okay, so the Nine of Rods is a card of one more time. I'm feeling like because this is in where you're at now, or the talents that you're bringing, you can do this. You've done this before. The Nine of Rods is about going through the motions again, okay? And because it's clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, you know how it all works. You know how these things go. It looks like you still haven't quite finished. You still haven't quite finished what's in the past to move on with it. It won't be long. It's looking like it's happening right now. Okay, so it's like the last stretch before you can go again. Okay, you've got battle scars. You can do this inside out. Okay, this guy here, he can do his work inside out. He's done it before. He's got the bandage on his head. And he's got the chalked up wands behind him, if you like. Can do this blindfolded just about, and maybe so you have been a bit bored with what you're doing. One more time, here we go. After this, it'll all be over. So I'm really feeling in the next couple of weeks, Virgo, you'll be out. You'll have some clear air, is what I'm feeling. Once you get through this little thing, whatever this payoff you're waiting for is, you're waiting for that work. You'll find where that piece goes. The payoff will come in, and you'll be set to go. Then you'll be set for this. It's just like, this is really following like a nice story. Okay, so the Six of Swords, your environment. Let's see if we can clarify the Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords here for Virgo? Why is the Six of Swords here for Virgo? Sometimes you just gotta wait for the card to come. Okay. And you have Death. Okay, so the Death card is clarifying the Six of Swords. So yeah, you're just waiting for the end of this, whatever it is, one more thing, and it's like it's a transformation of what you've been doing. So you're going to change totally what you've been doing. So, and you'll be able to move on to something else. Okay, so really looking very good for you, Virgo. Very refreshing. It's just like you are ready for a new start. It's not feeling like a love relationship. It might be, but it's really feeling like a work thing, something big picture in your life. Okay, so then we've got the Star card here on your hopes position, hopes and fears. So why is the Star card here for Virgo? What are you so optimistic and feeling so good about? And you are feeling pretty good about yourself, and you want more of this. It's just like there could be some, I don't know, we'll have a look. Why is the Star card here for Virgo? Okay, the Seven of Pentacles again. Okay, so your hopes, you're still waiting for the payoff here. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles twice, you've got the Eight of Cups twice, you've got the Death card. This is looking pretty good, Virgo. Okay, so there's another payoff. You're just waiting for the payoff. So perhaps there is a payout that you're waiting for. So a contract to be finalised or something, so the money goes into your account and you'll be a happy camper. That's it, and it's going to give you this sense of hope for the future. You've already got it, but it's just like, again, the icing on the icing. I'm feeling it is really, it's very optimistic energy. It's just that you might be a bit sick of waiting. Look at this person here. It's almost there. Oh, they're still waiting, still waiting. So this person seems quite tired, and you really want to get going. And you're just saying to the universe, come on, just bring it, bring it. Let's have a look now. The Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Now, the Queen of Swords is in your outcome, Virgo. You're going to be communicating something very straightforward to somebody about, I'm thinking something about your intentions somehow. So why is the Queen of Swords here for Virgo? Why is the Queen of Swords here for Virgo? And you have the High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess is a card of intuition. It's a card of secrets coming out. So perhaps you've just learned something about someone or something that's been happening, and you're going to have to speak that to somebody. Say that. So maybe you've come to a realization that this can't continue for whatever reason. It's also about following your intuition, and you're going to be telling someone, communicating, and I'm thinking they might be thinking that this is a bit out of character for you. So you're going to be telling someone that you're following something just because you're using your intuition. So unlike you won't be having necessarily all the facts. You're going to take a leap of faith here, and it'll just be because you're following your intuition rather than the facts and figures, and you're going to be telling it to someone like it is. That'll make sense to you, Virgo. I'm pretty sure that's pretty strong for someone out there. Please let me know in the comments how that goes, and of course like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks. Have a great April.